Well, hi everyone. It's recap. It's Thanksgiving night. I hope you're full. And you can sit back and review some of the things that happened today in college basketball and in NFL. Let's start with really a college basketball quick review of the day, and then also talk about what we're doing for Friday. So, I've never felt more confident about telling everyone who watches these videos and uses these algorithms that when we review the picks for the day, when we get in good information about, for example, where these games are, if they're at neutral sites or if they're at a traditional home game, um, like this is probably a home game with UIW and Southeast Missouri State, maybe, because there's no, that's UIW MTV. I don't know. These things are all called different things. This might be a real home game, Clemson and Omaha, or Omaha and Purdue. I'm not sure how it's lined up. Point is when we identify all that stuff in here, it's going to make things so much easier. Because every day I want to give everyone a pick, and I want to be like, hey, let's play the home underdogs. And I guess so far today, there was one, South Alabama, somehow. But they weren't actually a true home team. They were favored against San Diego. Are you serious? Unbelievable. I missed that today for some reason, or it might have changed. I don't know. Point is when you just click those things, you're going to be able to see what the picks are for the day. That's the whole point of doing this. And in order for us to get there, we need to update this thing. So I'm preparing the schedule, doing the best I can before I just give up and want to go to sleep. But you guys can edit things so that when we wake up in the morning by 10 a.m., I can quickly we can have all this, have the lines. Let's do it by hand if we have to. We can move this schedule around before we have the power strength and the margins and everything in here. We can move it around however we want to so that we prepare for the day and we make sure we get a full schedule, because it just takes so much time. There's like 60 games or something tomorrow. And I just, we can all do it together to make the product better. So that's why I'm putting up that tonight, saying let's do that. Now let's talk about the day. There's still a few games going on. 8-7 day. I'm not surprised to have a choppy day because all these games were at neutral sites. Like, people are in the Bahamas. Like, would you trust your college kids to go play in the Bahamas and to play to their utmost potential, or would they get wasted with a bunch of Bahamians? I think the option B is probably what's going on, even though they keep a short leash on those kids sometimes on those trips. But still, point is I understand why this is a mess. I tried a couple games and just kept missing stuff, and just Drake losing, just stuff's just not. So I'm not really down on it today because I understand why. It's all about the neutral site games, and as soon as we can get those out of there, we're going to have a day like we had yesterday with home teams that were not at neutral sites, not just underdogs, but just home teams in general. Oh, it just moved to 12-6 now because we redid scores, I think. I don't know. This file is getting huge, guys. It's taking a lot of time, a lot of work right now. All right. So that's college basketball. We'll look forward to tomorrow because it will be very interesting as we have more choices to play rather than today. Okay? Today so far 8-7. We'll see what happens. But let's talk about football, because football right now, the Saints are losing to the Bills 24-6 in the fourth quarter, looking pretty certain that the Bills are going to cover this 5.5 points. That's good, given that the alternate score was a little more like that. Saints just don't have any offense. They're missing too many people, and Buffalo really had something to prove tonight. So that happens. Vegas wins this game outright, fighting over Dallas. So not only do they cover the 7.5 like we needed them to, they also just win the game at plus 275. I made a little bet on them and watched that bet fluctuate all day until I cashed it out before overtime happened. And I should have just held it like the whole way. They would have won. I could have got paid more. And of course, Detroit, the team that needed to win. If you told me that Detroit would be up in this game with 1 second left in the game, I would say, sure, I'll take that. I'll be okay with Detroit being up with like 1 or 2 seconds left in the game. Nope, they managed to lose it. They did, however, cover their 2.5 or 3, depending on what you got. It's amazing because I said in the video, they'll probably lose by a point because I'm saying take them instead of take them plus the points. And that's kind of what happened. Held to a lower scoring game. Chicago does stink. I mean, they really stink. But Detroit just finds ways to lose. And I'll tell you what, Detroit was winning this game when they started driving down the field that would have probably sealed it if they'd come down and scored a touchdown. They took, I believe, 6 penalties on the drive, or at least it might have been even like 6 in a row. It was just hold after hold after hold, like the same guy. It was a joke. It was like they were moving backwards in negative first down for like 3 or 4 plays in a row. It was crazy. They were 3rd and 30 something. I mean, it was nuts. And it's a team that tries to lose games, and they did, but they still managed to cover. So if you took them plus the points, you could have had a really good day with what the algorithm has done. So yeah, football's okay. And tomorrow I've got I'm going to be at the Capitals. Oh, Buffalo just threw the ball long. It's still 24-6 with 10 minutes left. There could be more points in this game still. Buffalo's still trying to throw the ball. They're trying to run it up. But we got NBA, we've got NHL. I'll be at the Caps Florida game tomorrow. There'll definitely be a hockey video tomorrow. NBA, I already did a video, and that's in test phase, so we'll see how that goes. College basketball video in the morning once we finish this thing, right? And we're going to start then import this thing into our version and run everything with new stats. So we'll get this thing done. And let's see, hockey, basketball, college basketball. There's no football on Friday, thank goodness. And that will be the day. Things are getting busy, aren't they? All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. I hope all your picks won today, and they'll win more tomorrow.